Hello, I'm Homer, and I'm here to tell you the story of Odysseus. At Telemachus' request, Penelope leaves the men to settle the question of the bow among themselves. The swineherd had the horn bow in his hands, moving toward Odysseus, when the crowd in the banquet hall broke into an ugly din, shouts rising from the flushed young man.
Oh! Where do you think you're taking that, you smutty slave? What is this dithering?
We'll toss you back alone among the pigs for your own dogs to eat. If the bright Apollo nods and the god...
He faltered, all at once, put down the bow, and stood in panic, buffeted by the waves of cries. Hearing Telemachus from another quarter shout,
Go on, take him the bow. Do you obey this pack? You'll be stoned right to your hills. Young as I am, my power is over you. I wish to God I had as much the upper hand of these. There would be suitors pitched like dead rats through our gate for the evil plotted.
Telemachus' frenzy struck someone as funny, and soon the whole room roared with laughter at him, so that all the tension passed. Eumaeus picked up bow and quiver, making for the door, and there he placed them in Odysseus' hands. Calling Euryclea to his side, he said,
Oh, Telemachus.
Spare change.
Euryclea, come here. Telemachus trusts you to take care of the woman's doorway. Lock it tight. If anyone inside should hear the shock of arms or groans of men in hall or court, not one must show her face, but go on with her weaving. The old woman nodded and kept still. She disappeared into the women's hall, bolting the door behind her. Philoetius left the house now at one bound, cat-like, running to bolt the courtyard gate. A coil of deck rope of papyrus fiber lay in the gateway. This he used for lashing, and ran back to the same stool as before, fastening his eyes upon Odysseus. And Odysseus took his time, turning the bow, tapping it, every inch, for borings that termite might have made while the master of the weapon was abroad. The suitors were now watching him, and some jested among themselves.
Dealer in old bows.
Maybe he has one like it at home.
Or has an itch to make one for himself.
See how he handles it. The sly old buzzard.
May his fortune go an inch for every inch he bends it.
But the man, skilled in all ways of contending, satisfied by the great bow's look and heft, like a musician, like a harper, and with quiet hand upon his instrument, he draws between his thumb and forefinger a sweet new string upon a peg. So effortlessly, Odysseus in one motion strung the bow, then slid his right hand down the cord and plucked it. So the taut gut vibrating hummed and sang a swallow's note. In the hushed hall it smote the suitors, and all their faces changed. Then Zeus thundered overhead, one loud crack for a sign, and Odysseus laughed within him. The son of crooked-minded Cronus had flung that omen down. He picked one ready arrow from his table, where it lay bare. The rest were waiting still in the quiver for the young men's turn to come. He knocked it, let it rest across the handgrip, and drew the string and grooved butt of the arrow, aiming from where he sat upon the stool. Now flashed, arrow from twanging bow, clean as a whistle, through every socket ring, and grazed not one to thud with heavy brazen head beyond. Then, quietly, Odysseus said,
Boom!
Telemachus, the stranger you welcomed in your hall has not disgraced you. I didn't miss, neither did I take all day stringing the bow. My hand and I are sound, not so contemptible as the young man say. The hour has come to cook their lordships mutton, supper by daylight. Other amusements later, with song and harping that adorn a feast. He dropped his eyes and nodded, and the prince Telemachus, true son of King Odysseus, belted his sword on, clapped hand into his spear, and with the clink and glitter of keen bronze, stood by his chair in the forefront near his father.